Now, as the Post reports, until now, Trump has figured most prominently in two key moments. In that May 23rd Oval Office meeting in which he told U.S. officials to confer with his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, the bat boy, on Ukraine policy. Giuliani's going to make policy. And in the July 25th phone call, that's the infamous phone call, when he told Ukrainian President Zelensky to, hey, listen, you know that guy I was telling you about, in that company, with that thing we were talking about, I think that guy, needs, that thing needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it needs to happen because, I know that you don't want anything to happen to your nice dry cleaning establishment here, right? Right? You need some protection, right? I understand, believe me. But they're coming in from Staten Island all over the fucking place to get you, right? Okay, listen. That guy I was telling you about, maybe, there might be some, I'll tell you what. I've got all this protection for you. I got fucking missiles, tanks, bombs, guns, firepower out the yazoo. I have firepower. I'm the president of the United States, dude. I have firepower you can't imagine. And I'd be happy to share. I usually don't share, but I'll share with this. But, that thing I was, a couple people may have mentioned it. A thing, that needs to get some attention. That was the phone call that took place the 25th of July. As Trump refers to it now, the perfect phone call. It is the perfect phone call if you're writing a script for Martin Scorsese. That was the perfect phone call. So the key impeachment question, what the Democrats have decided to focus on, what did Trump want from Ukraine? And what exactly did he do? So Ambassador Taylor kicked off the first public hearing today by describing another act by Trump, a phone conversation that Taylor said Trump had with Sondland, the money guy, a day after the call between the two presidents, Zelensky and Trump. Taylor told the committee that his aide, Taylor's aide, was accompanying Sondland during a July 26th visit to Kiev when, in a restaurant, Sondland phoned Trump to advise him about a meeting he was having in the city, including a sit-down, you like that term, with a top Zelensky advisor. Right? So they're in a restaurant in Kiev. Sondland, the money guy, with the aide. And Sondland, being the naive shit that he is, he's saying this shit over the phone. And the aide can hear Trump's voice coming through the phone. That's how much of a fuckwad Sondland is. I mean, if you're going to be a gangster, if you're going to play Mafia, for Christ's sake, do it right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Ambassador Taylor, said that his aide overheard Trump ask Sondland over the phone, about, quote, the investigations, quote, end quote, and that Sondland told the president the Ukrainians were, quote, ready to move forward, end quote. What does that mean, ready to move forward? Well, we're ready to invite the guy, that guy, we're ready to invite him to go for a ride. We're thinking about the Pine Flats out in New Jersey. We're thinking about maybe it's time he should go for a ride. You should take that guy for a ride. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to move forward? Taylor said his aide later asked Gordon Sondland what Trump thought about Ukraine, and Sondland said that Trump cares, quote, more about the investigation of Biden, which Giuliani was pressing for, than anything about Ukraine. Sondland attorney Robert Luskin said in an email to the Washington Post that, quote, Sondland will address any issues that arise from this in his testimony next week. Oh, I can't wait. How about you? Eh? Now, White House press secretary, this little gnomish, whatever she is, Stephanie Grisham, she's an illegal offspring of who was the last one? Who was the last press secretary, Kathy, the woman? Sarah Sanders, yeah. I think Grisham is the spawn of Sarah Sanders. Grisham said this about Ambassador Taylor, who has more dignity in his wisdom teeth than Stephanie Grisham has in her entire family. Stephanie Grisham said, quote, the latest so-called evidence is an anonymous staffer who told someone he overheard someone else talking to POTUS on the phone. All the so-called evidence in this case is second and third hand heresy. I'm sorry, hearsay. End quote. Right. Now, Ambassador Taylor's account of the call completely demolishes Trump's recent claims that he doesn't know Sondland. I don't know him. Yeah? And in a tweet last month, the same guy that Trump called, quote, a really good man and a great American, end quote, and somebody who had Trump's personal little phone number so he could call him from Kiev in a restaurant. Eh? I don't know him. What do I know? I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know anybody. Jesus Christ. If this, like I said, if this isn't a script for Martin Scorsese, what the hell is? Anyway. But last week, like I mentioned, Trump told reporters at the White House, quote, let me just tell you, I hardly know the gentleman, end quote, Sondland. I don't know anything about him. Trump's comment came after Sondland reversed his previous testimony in the impeachment inquiry. Reversed his previous testimony that he gave under oath. And in the reversal, he acknowledged that he told a Ukrainian official in September that U.S. military aid would resume only if Ukraine started one of Trump's desired investigations. What a miserable, miserable fucker this Trump is. He puts children in cages. He breaks families apart. He withholds aid from an ally that's under attack by his buddy Putin. What a son of a bitch Trump is. But I digress. Until now, the Post reports, Trump has figured on the sidelines as much of the Ukraine narrative has spilled into public view. A player cited by others, whose direct actions, Trump's, have largely remained unknown. That's the way Mafia family leaders want it, structure it, and get it. That's in part because top White House aides with firsthand knowledge of Trump's involvement, including acting chief of staff Mick Mulvaney and former National Security Advisor John Bolton, have so far refused to testify. Now, again, if you have information, exculpatory information, that completely clears your boss, the President of the United States, you certainly would want that out, wouldn't you? Yeah. Trump's role, the Post reports, in the effort to pressure Ukraine emerged in an Oval Office meeting on May 23rd when he instructed a U.S. delegation that had just returned from Zelensky's inauguration, and that included the vice president. Trump told those folks to, quote, talk to Rudy, referring to Bat Boy, about Ukraine policy. That's according to witness testimony. Sondland said in a closed-door deposition Quote, Rudy had some bad issues with Ukraine, and until Rudy was satisfied, the president wasn't going to change his mind. Rudy had some bad issues with Ukraine, and until Rudy was satisfied, the president wasn't going to change his mind. That's what Sondland said in a closed-door deposition. 2 months later, during that July 25th phone call, Trump told Zelensky, quote, whatever you can do to investigate the Bidens, well, he didn't say the Bidens, whatever you can do with, the thing I was telling you about, the guy, whatever you can do would be great. And you know something else? Nobody's going to come and fuck with your laundromat here, your laundry, your dry cleaning instead. Yeah. And Trump urged Zelensky to talk with Giuliani and this filthy, rotten so-called Attorney General, William the Pig Barr. Now, the aide, Holmes, his deposition about the call between Sondland and Trump is expected to take place on the same day that former ambassador to Ukraine, U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, testifies for the impeachment inquiry in a public hearing. Holmes, the aide, William Taylor, Ambassador Taylor's aide, Holmes received an award from the State Department in 2014 for speaking up internally against the Obama administration's policy on Afghanistan, which potentially complicates any Republican plans to paint Holmes as a liberal Democrat Obama partisan. The award he got, it's called the William R. Rivkin Award, acknowledges a mid-level Foreign Service officer and recognizes the value of dissent, according to the American Foreign Service Association Journal. So, as the Post is reporting, and I think as you can conclude if you watched any of this today, Trump knew everything, engineered everything, orchestrated everything, directed everything in the same manner and using the same methods that any good mafia family in New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania would have done. Same way, same tactics, same language, same setup, same gophers sent out to do his shit work. Unbelievable. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.